Hello everyone, this is Pash from Soul Therapy by Pash and I'm back with my reading today. So today I'm going to have a reading which is an all zodiac sign read. So I'll be reading for all the 12 zodiac signs, and what's the special occasion is the blood moon. Yes, you are correct. So the blood moon is happening on 14th of March. It's happening in the sign of Virgo. So just to start with, uh, let's talk a little about how this blood moon is affecting us and how the planetary alignments are shifting. So basically, blood moons are usually the sign of deaths and rebirths, not literal deaths. It's the death of something or end of something which has been toxic, end of some cycles, end of some patterns in your life, and the new beginnings. Blood moons are also the representative, or they represent the dark energy. That is the darkness. So blood moons are the time when you focus on the darkness inside you, because we all have the dark side and we have the light side. So to focus on our shadow side, to focus on our dark side, and to understand like what we need to work on, what is our shadow side and how to work on that. Then it's happening in the sign of Virgo. So Virgo is a sign of consciousness. It brings our attention to the consciousness. It brings our attention to the wholesomeness. It brings our attention to that we are enough. We don't need anyone else to complete us. And we are whole in ourselves. So it brings us to our inner consciousness. It brings us to our inner work. It brings us to our inner strength and courage. Virgo is a sign which brings our attention to consciousness, and blood moon in Virgo is bringing our concentration, our focus on the darkness and how to work on the shadow side by getting into our inner conscious and peep into our inner conscious and see what we are not doing correct, where we are wrong, where we need to correct ourselves, what sort of darkness we carry, what sort of traumas we carry, what sort of issues that are troubling us on our daily lives, and how to let go and release them. So in short, this blood moon is going to affect two major areas of our life, and they both are interconnected. First is the darkness, that is dark side and shadow side, which each one of us has, to focus on that, to let go of that, to release it. And then Virgo is helping us to bring the attention to our inner consciousness and to bring the attention towards the courage and strength we have on our side. And it tells us that we don't need anybody to complete us. We are whole in ourselves. So it's the inner wisdom, inner work, and inner consciousness. So that's how this whole blood moon in Virgo is happening on 14th of March. It's bringing a lot of revelations. It's bringing a lot of truths. It is bringing, because people are looking at the shadow side. People are getting troubled by their shadow side and they really want to correct it. They want to correct their mistakes. They want to clear their karmas. They really want to reveal the truths that they have been hiding from years and years. And that's how, once they come out of this darkness, once they come out of the shadow side of lies and web of lies or something like that, I'm getting this energy, then they will be able to step into the light, which is the light of the consciousness. So this is what we can expect on 14th of March. Anyways, I always say in my readings that March is a very, very important month. There are a lot of things happening. We are already on March 1st in the retrograde, Venus retrograde, which is already bringing a lot of, Venus is a sign of beauty, Venus is a sign of luxury. So it's already bringing a lot of revelations. Retrogrades always bring revelations. And then March 14th, we have this lunar eclipse, which is happening, which is called blood moon in Virgo. And then next we have solar eclipse also, and meanwhile we have solar eclipse on 29th March. We have Mercury retrograde also, which is going to slow down our communications, businesses. So there is a lot of planetary shifts happening this month. So what I would suggest is, this is a high time to move into your light side, to recognize your darkness, and to be a part of the light team. Right? Let me correct my light. Okay, just give me a minute. Yeah, I hope, yeah, you can see that. Okay, so let's do this all zodiac sign read. I'll start with Virgo. This is my list of zodiac signs because I don't remember the list usually. I forget the names. So we'll be using 3 decks. I have selected these 3 decks today, especially for this reading, this lunar eclipse read. So I'll be using my tarot card, which is a general tarot deck. Then I'll be using my love messages deck. This will give you the not messages from your lover. It will give you the message from the universe, that what you can expect this blood moon in your zodiac sign. And this is the card of the divine messages. So this is grief, this is healing, and this is growth. So this will give you a clarity about what you are supposed to, what is a message for you from the universe this blood moon in Virgo, which is happening on 14th of March. So just before starting the reading, let's clear up the energies. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath. Let's clear up the energies. So let's start with the sign of Virgo, because this blood moon is happening in the sign of Virgo. So let's start with 3 cards from my tarot deck. So what's upcoming for Virgo in this blood moon lunar eclipse, because Virgo is the most affected sign. So let's see what we can expect. 8 of Pentacles. So these are the general energies. It might resonate to you in any sphere of your life. If it is any specific sphere, I'll mention it here. 5 of Pentacles, Lord of Pentacles energy. Okay. Let's take out one card for the love message from the universe, and let's take out one card from the divine message for the Virgos. Okay, so let's start with the tarot first. So Virgos, what I feel is that you have been working hard this whole month. You're focused on your career, you're focused on your finances, you're focused on your working hard and completely focused on your work. But you're feeling cold. You're feeling left out in the cold. You're feeling alone. You're feeling isolated. You feel that people are leaving you because you're too much focused on your career and finances, and you're too much into your work. So there is some choice that you're going to get this blood moon, that is 14th of March. You're going to get a choice. You're supposed to make a choice. Let me ask what this choice is all about. Just one card. Yeah. There is some sort of sleeplessness in your energy. There is some sort of anxiety or pressure or stress in your energy. So you have to make a choice, because you might be stressing over your work, or you might be stressing over too much focusing on money. You might be stressing over because you are too much focused on your money and finances and career, and you're feeling alone because you are not able to concentrate on love. You're not able to concentrate on relationships. And this is high time to make a choice, that you want to stay stressed, you want to stay sleepless, or you want to come out of it and give yourself some rest, or give yourself some love, or focus on your relationships more, right? Your message is creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. So be creative in your ideas. Do something which you love to do. So maybe you are in a workspace which is very monotonous in nature. So you might need to just be more creative in your workspace, so that you might enjoy doing that. And your message from divine is grieve what never was. A path never taken in the past may have involved a hard, complicated choice you or others made. Or maybe a dream you held dear simply never came true. Or possibly a relationship never reached to its full potential. It's healing now to grieve what never was, which can actually help you to appreciate what is. Seek solace. So basically what I feel is the message universe is trying to give you is that you might be grieving, you might be sleepless, or you might be in stress because of something which never happened for you. It might be a relationship which never reached its full potential because you were busy in earning money, you were busy in your work, or a path you never taken because you had a complicated choice and you never choose the right path. You choose the path which felt okay to you. Or maybe the dream that you held very close to you, but you could not fulfill that dream because you were working very hard and you were busy and focused in your career and finances. So it's okay. Don't grieve over that. It's time to heal that grieve energy now, so that you can that can be a shadow side also, which you don't know. So that's why the message is here, which can actually help you to appreciate it and seek the solace, because grief that was never there for you. So don't grieve that thing. That's what I'm getting the message from. So Virgos, you have to look on the shadow side. Something in your subconscious needs to be healed. That's what I feel. Moving to Libra, that is September 23rd to October 22nd. So what is there for Libra? Libra, you have a lot of happiness, joy and clarity coming in for you. Beautiful card. The Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Very childlike energy, very beautiful energy. And Unicorn is here, so I feel it's something which is very special for you, which is coming this month. This blood moon is bringing for you, I believe. A lot of clarity. Ace of Wands, so definitely new beginnings. Very exciting, Libra. What else, Divine? And Queen of Wands. So Ace of Wands and Queen of Wands. Okay, what's your message from Divine and Love? What you're supposed to do? This is a very huge deck. It's difficult to shuffle this deck. So I will take the top cards and I'll just read it like that. Foster friendships. Okay. So let's move to the Libra's reading. So what I feel is, Libras, for you, a lot of clarity is coming. A lot of happiness is coming, a lot of joy is coming. You're going to behave like a small child, and Unicorn energy is there, which is very, very special energy for you. So something which is very magical in nature, very like a fairy tale is going to happen in your life. And a fairy tale new beginning is going to happen in your life, because Ace of Wands is there, which shows it's a very passionate new beginning. It can be in a relationship or it can be in your career. And I feel that you are waiting with a flower for someone special, and that someone is coming for you. So that's a new beginning with them, I feel. Priorities. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. So you understand what priorities you have. So just don't lose your priorities when someone special comes in. So just keep your priorities on. And the message for you is foster friendships. Feeling connected is healing now. Schedule a video chat with a long-time friend, make a hangout date with local friend, take a trek to visit faraway friend. Your friends might be missing you. Offering healthy space to a struggling friendship may help to heal it. New unfamiliar faces can be old friends just waiting to be discovered. So basically, you are guided to foster friendships, talk to your friends, visit your friends, or offering a healthy relationship space to a struggling friendship. So new unfamiliar faces can be old friends just waiting to be discovered. So maybe you have some old friends who you need to connect to. So it's a very beautiful energy. This blood moon is bringing for you a lot of clarity, a lot of new beginnings, and someone special. So keep on fostering the friendships. That's what the message is. Let's move to Scorpio, October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpions, you have a new beginning in love. Ace of Cups. Some sort of conflict. Five of Wands. I don't know. There is a conflict in love, I feel. And we have 5, 6, 7. 7 of Cups. So conflict is about choices. Which love should I choose? Who should I choose in love? Cry it out. That's the message for you from Divine. And the other message that we got is patience. So Scorpions, what I feel is, you have a new beginning in love. but you have a conflict, mind and heart conflict, because you have a lot of options. You're confused because we have a lot of options card here. So you're confused. Should I accept this divine love connection, or should I look for another choice, other choices and other options that I have in my life? So what I feel is this blood moon is bringing some sort of confusion. A new beginning is love is presented to you, but still you are confused in accepting that new beginning. That's what I feel. So patience is here. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. So basically you are being patient. You're not accepting that love connection immediately, and you're just weighing your options. And the healing card is here. Sorry, grief card is here, which shows cry it out. Authentic emotional expression is a profound act of self-love. So emotionally express yourself. Whether you have been sobbing lately or fighting for control, when you feel painful emotions swelling up inside, this card is a reminder that crying can provide emotional release and even relief. Mourning acknowledges loss. You don't have to be strong all the time. So if you have suppressed some emotions, emotional healing is guided for you at this point of time. So on 14th of March, it's advisable or it's guided for you, Scorpions, to cry it out, to feel the emotional expression. Don't fight to control the emotions or painful emotions that you have. Release it. Mourn acknowledges loss, so you don't have to be strong all the time. That's the message for you. And yes, you need to be patient. You need to, because you are weighing all your options and you're conflicted about some divine love in your life. That's what I feel. Now moving to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. So let's see what Sagittarius is going to get. So Sagittarius, what you're going to get in 14th of March. Hierophant. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Heartbreak in a commitment. Two of Swords. I'll take out one more card to understand more on this. What sort of heartbreak this is all about? Okay, what's the message? Evolution. Take the high road. So Sagittarius, you are going to face a heartbreak. Because you are confused with a lot of options. It can be in your career, business or finance, or it can be your relationships. You are confused. Two of Swords is a choice energy, confused energy. Where should I go? Should I go towards commitment? Should I commit towards something, or should I not? Because there are a lot of other options. Should I commit or should I not? That's the choice we have. Evolution is the message for you, which shows you realize that obstacles are merely lessons on the path to love. So there are some obstacles which you're going to face are merely the lessons for you. You're guided to take the high road, maintain strong boundaries while being gracious. A difficult person or situation in your life requires your dispassionate detachment. Taking the high road might be the kindest option for yourself. Avoid unnecessary drama. Don't tolerate disrespectful or mean-spirited behavior. Yet show others the grace you would expect. Connect with your higher values, speaking and acting from that higher wisdom. So what is being suggested to you is to maintain strong boundaries. If you are coming across a difficult person, take the high road. Take the kindest option. Avoid any unnecessary drama in your life. Because I feel that you might be soon going through a heartbreak. Some sort of heartbreak I can see here. And it can be related to, I want to clarify more. I don't know why. For my Sagittarians, let's see. What is this heartbreak all about? About an ending in life. Something is ending in your life. Something is ending in your life, and you are committing yourself to something new, but you're confused because you have a lot of choices, I feel. So that's the energy you will be in around this 14th of March. Disappointing energy. It's not necessarily a heartbreak, but I can feel it's a disappointing energy for you. Let's see what it is all about. You might resonate with it in your career, business, and finance. And that's what you have been guided to do. Take the high road. So don't avoid any sort of drama. Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorns, what's upcoming for you? This blood moon. So you have Nine of Wands. You have the Hermit. And you have the Star. So what I feel is, Capricorns, you're healing yourself. You're hermiting, you're alone, you're self-reflecting on yourself. And you are being blocked by someone's boundaries. Someone has put high boundaries for you. And they're not allowing you to enter. Sorry, I took 2 cards. So what I feel is that because Nine of Wands energy shows that you are standing outside this gate and waiting for someone to open this gate. This is the gate of the boundaries or the heart. Someone has blocked you out. And now you're self-reflecting on this, that you have done some mistakes in the past which you need to clear off. And you are also healing of this. So this is a Star card. So basically this blood moon is bringing a lot of healing, a lot of self-reflection for you. And to understand why someone has put up boundaries towards you. Loyalty is the card here, which shows that your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. So what I feel is because of some loyalty issues this happened. And now you're self-reflecting that you have not been loyal in the relationship. So your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. So what you need to do is to be loyal and to be consistent in your relationship. And the message from Divine is find something to celebrate. Gratitude does not take the pain away. But finding something to feel thankful that you can make pain of loss slightly easier to bear. It might be small, like your morning pick-me-up drink or big win that happened out of the blue. Celebrate yourself for being on this healing journey. And you are on this healing journey. That's what I'm saying. Celebrate yourself for being on this healing journey because you matter. Good feels bring emotional balance. So what I feel is that you are you are guided to find something to celebrate. Give some gratitude, whether it is for small or big win. Go for a pickup drink or celebrate yourself just for healing yourself. That's what, it's very easier. So this blood moon is bringing for you the energy of healing. That's what I'll say for Capricorns. Moving to Aquarius, that is January 20th to February 18th. Chariot. So where you're going, Aquarians, you're ready to take an action towards something. Where you take action towards a Queen of Swords, someone who is very truthful, very blunt. You're going towards someone like that. Taking action towards someone like that. Page of Wands. Basically, you have been watching this person from long. I feel you have been noticing this person from long and you wanted to take action towards this person from long, but now you're finally taking an action towards it. But what I feel is before that action, you're still thinking because whosoever you're taking the action towards isn't Queen of Swords energy. It can be at your workplace or in your relationships. Virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourages others to grow. So basically what you're guided to do is acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes and encourage others to grow. And navigate transformation. That's the card for you. So you're evolving, which can feel uncomfortable or vulnerable. Be extra supportive of yourself. In time, what is new and different will feel like a second nature and be easier to manage. As you change in powerful ways, this rebirth helps you to reclaim precious parts of yourself that should never change. Manifestation opportunities arises. So basically you're going through some sort of transformation. I can see that because this is a page energy and this is a chariot energy. So chariot energy, if you see, This person is like a very teenage boy and this person is a mature. So maybe you have gone through some sort of transformation where you have moved from a page energy to page energy, which is more of a watching energy, thinking energy, not taking any action, thinking before taking a lot of action, and here not thinking anything and just taking an action. So maybe you have moved from this to this. That's the transformation journey you have. And now you're finally moving towards this Queen of Swords, whosoever this is. So you are evolving, which is very powerful, right? So divine is guiding you to, it's okay to feel uncomfortable and vulnerable, right? Be extra supportive of yourself at this point of time. And acknowledge your spiritual attributes. That's the guidance you have. Acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others also to grow, right? So beautiful message for the Aquarians. Now we are moving to Pisces finally, February 19 to March 28th. Pisces, you are taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. Let's see where you're going with this leap of faith. It's a card of new beginning also. Seven of Wands. Maybe you're taking a leap of faith towards someone who is very defensive, who is not allowing you to enter into their space. Tough, huh? Yeah, Two of Wands. You see future with them. So basically you're moving to a connection, which I feel strongly, that you're taking a risk, you're taking a leap of faith towards a connection with a person who is very defensive about you. And you know that they are defensive. But you are looking towards a future with this person, and that's why you're moving towards them. You're taking a leap of faith towards them. You know that this person might reject you because they're very defensive about you, but still you are taking this leap of faith, trusting divine. You want to have a new beginning with this person because you look at a future with them. Unity. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. So you want to unite with this person. You want to have a unity with this person. And your guidance is work with rituals, wishes, intentions, and prayers. So you're being asked to harness your energy, gain help from unseen and benevolent forces, clarify your needs and desires, and focus your efforts through performing some ritual, making a wish, setting an intention, or saying a prayer. All avenues of grace. Your spirit is mighty. When your heart is anchored in love and goodwill, the extraordinary becomes possible. So this is possible for you. This person might say yes to you, but you have to work with rituals, wishes, praise, and intentions. You have to set your intention. You have to make a wish. You have to be clear what are your needs and desires. And that's how it's going to work out for you, Pisces. So it's a beautiful, beautiful energy for this blood moon, 14th of March. Let's move to the next sign, that is Aries. March 21st to April 19th. Aries, you have a Queen of Wands energy. So you're definitely holding a flower in your hand, ready to take an action towards someone who is worthy of it. Page of Cups. So what I feel is that Page of Cups is usually an energy of someone is coming to apologize to you. That's what I feel. Because they feel that you're super hot, sexy, and sassy, and they want to apologize to you because they have not treated you well in love. That's what is the energy for Aries. And this is going to bring a lot of conflict between you both. Or this is a conflict in the mind and heart of this person, that whether they should apologize to you or not at this point of time. And would you offer them this flower that you're holding or not? Something like that I'm getting. Let's see what is the message. Acceptance. You're ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. So basically, acceptance is here, which shows that acceptance is here. So you're ready to release the control of situations or people. So basically, you're ready to accept and release control of situations. You're ready to apologize. You're accepting the lovingly embracing the rhythm of life, basically. So you're not anymore in the conflict. I feel you're not anymore in the conflict of heart and mind, and you are moving towards an apology, with an apology towards someone. Control only what you can. We have both ways control. So you were trying to control some situation. You were trying to control some situation by keeping quiet, by not saying sorry, or by not apologizing. But now you're divinely guided to control only what you can. Loss can be a painful reminder that some aspects of your life are out of control. Regaining a sense of healthy control can be healing. Control what you can by staying on top of responsibilities, telling someone you love them, asking for help on practicing good self-care, avoid becoming hyper-focused on controlling situations or people. So what you're guided to do is regaining a sense of healthy control, because if you have lost some relationship in the past, you are being guided to just apologize for it and telling someone that you love them. Don't try to control this situation. That's what you're guided. And accept, release control. That's what is your guidance for both the cards. And that's why I think you are ending this mind and heart conflict and moving towards someone you love to apologize. Beautiful, ladies. So now moving to Taurus, that is April 28th to May 28th. Ace of Cups. So Taurus, you have new beginning in love. Ace of Wands, you have new passionate beginnings. So 2 new beginnings for Taurus. Wow. And the Knight of Wands. So basically, you are feeling very powerful because you have 2 new beginning cards in one reading, which is not a joke, I'll say. It's a huge energy and you're just rushing towards it. It's going to be very happening for you, Taurus. Joy, you delight in the love of life and bring spirit of fun to all you do that. So basically, you will be very joyful, very happy energy at this point of time. So pamper yourself. Pampering yourself might look like a spa day, but it could also look like curling up with a healing memoir and snuggling in with heartwarming television series. Order your favorite takeout and get someone else to do your least favorite chores. Little luxuries remind you that life is its pleasures too. Simple daily treats heal your spirit. So basically, pamper yourself. That's the highlight of this reading today for you, Taurus, because you are going through a lot of new beginnings in your life and you need to rush towards that. So before rushing, pamper yourself. Or while rushing, pamper yourself. That's the guidance I can see for you. Let's move to Gemini. So Geminis, May 21st to June 28th. Some sort of disappointment. I don't know what is that. Holding on tight to something. You need to release control. You need to let go of something. The blood moon energy, which is of, you have gone through a painful ending at this point of time and you are still holding on tight to that painful ending, and divine is offering you some new love, some new other opportunity. It can be career opportunity also, but you are not ready to focus on this. You are focusing on the empty cups. So this blood moon, you are guided to release, let go of this painful energy and holding on tight. Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. So actively share and live life. Be compassionate to yourself. Accept and surrender. Accepting the loss of something foundational, a loved one, a job, a home, or a way of being in the world happens in stages. This card signifies you have reached a new level of acceptance. You may feel contemplative and philosophical. Surrender to grace and unexpected blessings. You are not required to change or fix anything. Just let it be. So basically, you have lost something, either your job, home, loved one, or something like that, and you are holding on tight to it. So divine is telling you to accept and surrender. That's what I said. Let it go. And this blood moon is bringing the energy of letting it go, which you are here focusing on the empty cups and not focusing on what divine is offering. So accept what divine is offering and surrender what is no more there for you, and be compassionate to yourself. That's the energy I'm getting for the Geminis. Moving to Cancer. So Cancerians, what's for my Cancerians? June 21st to July 22nd. Okay, we've got 2 cards, so I'll take that. We got Strength. We got Queen of Pentacles. Let's see what it is all about. And we got the Sun. Cancer, you are gaining strength, collecting courage to move towards someone who you feel is unique, who you feel you need to give clarity to, who you feel is your joy and happiness. And the person you're moving towards is in Queen of Pentacles energy. You feel that they're very stable, they are very calm, they are very matured. And this Queen of Pentacles is surrounded by Strength and Sun. So I feel that you really need to have a lot of courage and strength to bring clarity in this connection with this Queen of Pentacles. Because you feel that this Queen of Pentacles is your happiness. What's the message? Rabbit energy, you feel this Queen of Pentacles is also very abundant. Freedom. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. So basically, you are opening yourself up. You are opening your heart chakra. You are gathering the courage and strength to give clarity in this connection to this Queen of Pentacles. You are freeing yourself from any self-imposed restrictions and limitations. That's a good thing. And message for you is reinvent and reimagine. Offer yourself the grace of reinventing and reimagining an aspect of yourself or your life. Grief and healing are tributaries of transformation, and the grace is sending messages about how you might redefine your priorities, desires, and goals and needs. A grace you possess wants to be expressed in the world. Honor who you are today and more fully embody yourself. So reinvent yourself. Okay, I got 2 cards, so I'll keep one. Reinvent yourself, reimagine yourself, and you have transformed. So redefine your priorities, goals, and desires and needs. And yeah, honor who you are today. So basically, this blood moon is bringing a lot of strength to you in Cancer, so that you can bring more clarity in this connection, and you're freeing yourself from any self-limiting beliefs and any sort of limiting beliefs, I'll say. Last but not the least, Leos, July 23rd to August 22nd. So we have Temperance. So Leos, you need to be very patient. Divine is creating something very important for you, and you have a communication regarding this. And Judgment. So Divine is bringing a judgment on you. Divine is bringing communication to you, where you have to be more patient. Maybe you are waiting for something to happen, but you are being guided to wait more, because Divine is giving you a judgment. This is a karma that you are paying off for something. So it can be positive, it can be negative. Commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your being. So you have to commit yourself, dedicate yourself to love. You have to be patient for something that you're waiting, and the communication is coming that you have to be patient. It's not happening right now. Something like that I'm getting. And this is divine judgment. So it's divinely guided. You cannot control it. Appreciate what remains. So when something is taken away, maybe something is taken away from you. That's what I feel. That's what divine is asking. I'm taking away something from you. So be patient about it. When something is taken away, it can make you appreciate what remains. Mixed with grief, you may experience moments of intense gratitude for tiny or huge blessings that are still part of your life. Let this be a normal, nurturing part of your healing process. Gratitude can be cultivated state of mind. So be thankful for what is remain. Because I think divine is taking something from you as a judgment call. And what is left, you have to be paying gratitude for that. That's the communication coming towards you. You have to be patient for something which divine is creating for you. That's what I feel, Leos. So here we are done with all the 12 zodiac signs. I hope this reading gave you a clarity about what this blood moon is bringing for you. In general energy sense, it take whichever way it resonates to you, be it in your career, business, finance, or be it in your relationships. And lunar eclipse is a very important time, as I said, to let go and release. So if you're really, you know that you have a dark side, or you know have a shadow side, so just work on that, let it go and release. That's what I would suggest. So I Hope this reading resonated with you. It's liked by you. And if you want to only listen to your zodiac sign, you can just speed up the video and see your zodiac sign only. Or you want to listen to all zodiac signs of your partner and all, you can do that also. So take care, love and light. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment on my YouTube, Soul Therapy by Pash. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. On my Linktree app, you can book all my readings with me, and you can go to my website also to book readings with me. So meanwhile, for the next reading, stay tuned. I'll be doing my next reading very soon. So take care.